Welcome back, gang. It's Deltia from Deltiasgaming.com here to give you a rundown of the massive ESO announcement event and what's coming in the game for 2022. We got a lot of new details and a fancy new trailer of an area featuring a year-long story legacy of the Breton. Along with this, we got a content roadmap of what's to come in 2022, which I'm going to break down in detail. Too long didn't read in case you want to skip everything. New dungeons, trial, multiplayer mounts, new PvP gear sets from Rewards of the Worthy, Imperial City specific costumes, new IC monster helms, account-wide achievement, and the big one, which is a new system, a collectible card game in the game of Elder Scrolls Online. Now, don't turn off the video. Let me show you and break this down section by section and give you my opinion on if I'm excited about this or not. This year-long story features 4 pieces of major content just like ESO pretty much always does. Quarter 1, Dungeon DLC. Quarter 2, major chapter release with new zones, quests, trials, etc. Quarter 3, Dungeon DLC, and Quarter 4 wraps it up with story and possibly a new zone. The zone looks and feels very different than other zones in the Elder Scrolls Online, maybe comparable to Somerset, with nobles, super rich elite Bretons basically having a party palace, and the main bad guys being a 4th non-playable faction, the Ascended Order. No, this 4th faction won't be included in Cyrodiil. It's mainly for the story's sake. First piece of content up on this year-long event is the Ascended Tides DLC, launching on March 14th PC, 29th on consoles. This will hit the PTS on Monday, January 31st, and I'll be streaming it all live. 2 new dungeon, Coral Airy and Shipwreck's Regret. Both of these dungeons look unique, different, and cool, and hinted at secret mechanics and bosses. We saw hard mode pedestals, so you know that's going to be in there. Each boss containing possibly secret mechanics or secret unlocks, individual hard mode, which I'm a huge fan of. I love the dungeon design and what path they've been taking recently. The first dungeon, Coral Airy sneak peek, looked like a cool Somerset / Dungeon Pirates of the Caribbean thing, but we weren't giving a whole lot of details on the fights. You can expect 3 new gear sets from this dungeon, 1 light, medium, and heavy with a monster helm 2-piece set. More on that later as I kind of snipe some screenshots. The second dungeon felt like March of Sacrifice, just a little Halloween theme, and that's Shipwright's Regret. The final boss looked absolutely stunning with a crazy entrance, but we'll have to wait and see to see how hard it actually is. I was able to screenshot some of the new gear sets, which I'll get to later after I test it on the PTS, but they both look crazy powerful and you'll want to test them and even collect them, especially for PvE tanking. Update 33, which is part of the base game and included when this launches in March, has some really cool features like account-wide achievements. Now, when I say account-wide achievements, please note that's per server. So I play on North America and EU on PC, so North America, character to character, I will have the exact same achievements. This is huge for people that have been wanting this for quite a while, me myself included. I really don't go on the achievement hunt because I heal a lot of dungeons on my temp bar while I tank a lot on my Dragon Knight and I DPS on my Sorc, so I got tons of trifecta and hard modes on a bunch of different characters. I just don't play one build. This motivates me to go after some of those achievements knowing that they're going to be crossed over to all my characters, and this will include titles, which I'm really excited about. Former Emperor, I see you. Also, not perfect, but a step in the right direction is adding more incentives to PvP, with 3 new Rewards of the Worthy sets coming for PvP you can earn by Alliance points, and 3 new monster helms in Imperial City. They also showed an insane new item set to collect through the Imperial City vault system called Dragon Guard Armor Outfit Style. Only obtained by Imperial City and being in the mix, and you actually get a higher chance to get these style pages the more Telvar you carry, the more multiplier you have. And you can't trade for it. You actually just have to earn it. No one can carry you through this. Well, I'm sure there's probably going to be a workaround that someone will find. Is there no new PvP mode beyond this, you may ask? Well, yes and no, but I will say this is a step in the right direction, adding more things for us to collect as endgame PvPers. Now, ZOS needs to back up what they said earlier this month and include weekend events to Battlegrounds in Imperial City and actually give the crowd something to look forward to along with these changes. Some other things that are coming are a deconstruction vendor that you can use out in the wild similar to other merchants and vendors. This might be very handy when you collect a lot of item sets and you just need to get rid of them, especially if you like doing crafting writs on a bunch of different characters. Could be handy. Also, they had a multi-rider mount that you and a buddy and or a companion can ride, so I imagine this will be disabled for PvP, but it's an interesting feature, and we should get more details when this is on the PTS. The next content update, the major one, will be coming in June 6th or June 21st on the console, and that's High Isle. This is going to be the major chapter and will require a separate purchase beyond ESO Plus subscription. This is the big one. The major thing to note here is Tales of Tribute collectible card game is the big addition to the game.
So how will Tales of Tribute be integrated into the game? Like, am I playing it wherever I want? Is it certain situations? How does this work?
You're generally going to be able to play it anywhere. You'll find it in taverns throughout Tamriel. You can also just go up to somebody and challenge them directly, or you can find a match in the group UI. And in addition, there is a storyline that you could advance by challenging certain NPCs throughout the world, or you can play against other players as it has its own ranking system as well.
They go on to talk about the mechanics of the game, but you can play against NPCs or players, including leaderboard and ranked. Kinda odd, frankly, that they gave ranked PvP to a collectible card game rather than Battlegrounds, but yeah, that's for another video. I was talking earlier on stream about something similar to this, like The Witcher Gwent. When you would play, fun way to react, earn some currency without combat. Am I looking forward to this? Well, it's not my thing if I'm being entirely honest. I'm sure it'll be very popular amongst most of the ESO crowd. The only thing I want to know is this. Why be forced to do it? Will the latest and greatest mythics require me to use this system? If so, I'll be disappointed. If it's for fun, achievement, collectibles, dice, costumes, and more, great. So very interesting to see how this actually shakes out. But it's a cool new system to come to the game, non-combat, which I think a lot of people like, especially you fishers and master anglers out there. Me, I just want to kill stuff. I'm a meathead. They will also be adding 2 more companions to this chapter. One looks like a sorcerer and another looks like a Templar, Ember and Isabel. You'll need to purchase the chapter to access these, and they'll have similar things to Bastion and Miri, personality, quest lines, skill lines, and so forth. So it'll be expected to be very, very similar to what we already have available. Next up, similar to Blackwood, is a 12-player trial called Dread Cellar Reef. We really didn't get any peek at this beyond a screenshot, but it looks very on-brand Breton pirate theme. More on that later. Obviously, we'll get a new zone with massive amounts of story. This new zone, what they showed, feels very regal with a mix of Breton, Pirates of the Caribbean, and Somerset. Gorgeous looking zone with beautiful buildings. If anything ZOS knows how to do, it's story content and world building, and this is just par for the course. Great job. We will also get new overland zone activities like Volcanic Vents. They didn't show any footage of this, just kind of a picture. This will be similar to what we already experienced, abysmal geysers and dark anchors. They also hinted at this being a little bit more story-based or having a story component and different than previous overland zones, but we'll wait to see what we actually get. They also featured a new underwater home that reminds me of Hellross Citadel architecture, so the housing folks will love that. Gorgeous. And something else that might affect the game long-term, they also shared about the Spanish localization, which hopefully will lead to Spanish-speaking folks being able to enjoy the game and maybe a massive new boon to population in ESO. To summarize the main points, DLC dropping in March with base game updates 33. New rewards of the Worthy set. New Imperial City monster helms. New collectible outfit in PvP IC. Count-wide achievements, PS4 and PS5 trophy sinks. 2 new dungeons in this one. A new assistant for deconning. New multi-mount. In June drops the chapter, which will feature a new trial, new collectible card game, 2 new companions, and more. So what's my opinion on this? Look, I love the new dungeons and trials in PvE in the Elder Scrolls Online. They add these in every year, and they're absolutely fantastic. But I'm an endgame PvPer at heart. That's my favorite thing to do. And I'm not really a big fan of non-combat gameplay, so the card game won't appeal to me that much. The reason why is Elder Scrolls Online combat is so above and beyond fantastic, I just love killing stuff. Maybe that's the meathead in me. I think a lot of people will enjoy the card game, but I may not be one of them, but I'll do it and check it out and maybe make some card builds. What I'm most excited about is the little things, like account-wide achievements, since I play a gazillion characters. And I love that they're actually following up on what they talked about, adding things to collect in PvP. I just hope they build on that and don't stop with one little update. Incentives are great while they're fixing Cyrodiil. Give me some glimmer of hope that they will follow through and continue to add stuff like weekend events, new item set, new collectibles. This is a sign in the right direction. We know ZOS crushes at story content, questing, dungeons, and trials. Is this exactly what I hope for? No, not really. I prefer a duo arena for PvE, but hey, this game isn't always about me. So what are your thoughts? Super hype? Meh? Leave me a comment and watch me live on twitch.tv/Deltiasgaming Monday. Thanks for watching.